Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Buddies on Buddies, the show with two real life buddies talking about buddy action comedy movies. I'm Kenny Lane.
I'm Lucas Hill.
Hey, we're back. Better than ever.
Yeah, I would say so.
Hmm?
I mean, we just started, but I feel like we're better than ever.
Yeah. Yeah. Why wouldn't we be?
Whoa, that's not a good first step, huh? No, there's no reason we shouldn't be. Look, we're buddies. We're watching buddy action comedies. We haven't done this since what was the last one we did? The Mark Wahlberg
Hey,
one?
Dirty, about a month ago. Yeah. We're
Hey
averaging
Dirty,
about
yeah, about a
one a
month.
month now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So we're in the holiday spirits, and this is our first threequel we've ever done.
Yeah. We've never done a threequel before. Well,
And
what movie are we doing?
we are doing Rush Hour 3,
Hmm.
starring Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker.
Uh-huh. And why do you think we've never done a threequel before?
There aren't too many. I mean, there's the Lethal Weapons,
Uh-huh.
but outside of that, there's not 3 48 hours. There's only the two.
Well, we haven't the only Bad Boys movie we haven't done is Bad Boys 3, which is for life. I think
Mhm.
that's the thing. So yeah, we skipped that one. So I know we've been avoiding the threes. I don't know, but here we are.
Didn't we do Bad Boys for Life?
No.
All right, you'd know. It's
Yeah.
all a blur. When you move as fast as I do through life, it's all a blur.
Yeah.
Also, my doctor says I might have early onset dementia.
Huh. Uh yeah, so what are you up to there, Lucas?
Oh, I went to LA for a week last week, so that was nice.
I was going back to LA. I was visiting the old stomping grounds, the old gang.
It's good. It's great. To me, it's like, yeah, I just lived here, for 20. People are like, oh, is it weird? I was like, no, it's LA,
Yeah. Yeah.
like, yeah, it's great. I love it. I love LA. But I don't know. Maybe I don't get as poetic as I should for certain things in my life. But I'm like, yeah. Huh, are you excited about this or this? Huh, huh. I
No.
just, just kind of like, yeah, yeah, that'll be great. So it's
Me
nice.
time time like I know I'm when I'm having a good time, but I don't look forward to anything. Like when I'm having a good time, it's great and I'm
Mhm.
enjoying it. But as far as looking forward or like, isn't this, aren't you pumped? Are you? It's like no, nothing.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I think
Yeah.
it's also things can get pulled out from underneath you, or they
Mhm.
don't work out how you want. So it's best
Yeah.
to go into things without any expectations.
Mhm.
Like, oh man, when I get to Disneyland, I'm going to do this and this and this. It's like raining. There's like a lot
When
of
I get
lines.
to Tijuana, I'm going to see that donkey show, baby.
Um, it's a weird joke. Have you been to a donkey show before?
I haven't. I always get thrown out. I'm too extreme for donkey shows. That's
Go,
their problem.
go, you motherfucking donkey, go!
Are those even a thing anymore? I think that
I
was like
don't.
a no,
I'm sure they were like one thing one time somewhere, and now it's just like
some urban legend or something. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I don't want to look into it. It was funny today. We were talking about Carroll, the guy who wrote Alice in Wonderland,
Lewis Carroll. Yeah.
Lewis Carroll, and I was like, I'm pretty sure he was a pedophile. Like he used to take pictures of naked kids, but they couldn't confirm.
Hmm.
And then Mary's like, "Are you sure about that?" Like, I'm not sure, but I'm not going to look it up because I don't want to be like one of those guys. Like I was just doing research.
Naked kid pics. Go. Whoa! I got flagged. What the fuck?
I was like, I'm just gonna. Well, I'll let that one come to me.
Hmm.
What have you been up to?
Well, this and that. I'm just here and there. I'm everywhere. I'm a rambling man. I was born a rambling man.
Yeah.
You know what I've been doing? You know what I did the other day? I've been playing around with AI. I thought I'd bring this up on this movie show we do. And I thought to myself, is it possible to see every movie ever made? And spoiler alert, no, it's
Of
not.
course not. Of course not.
But I asked, like, how many movies, like feature length movies, are in existence right now? And it's about around 500,000 is what it said. And I was like, how long does a person live? 72 years. So how many would you have to watch per day? 19.
Mhm.
Yeah, not possible.
which is
Since
possible.
most movies are over 2 hours and you have to sleep, and yeah, wouldn't work. And there's new movies all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, you love AI.
Do I?
Yeah, you're always using it, talking about it.
Like you love LA? I love AI.
I love AI. Woo! Okay, so before we get sidetracked, we are going to review, right, or talk about. I don't want to call it a review. We're not critics.
It's a
We're
retrospective review. We're curators. We're curators. What we do here of
we're
Money After
just
Comedies.
we're just buddies on buddies. That's all we
Yeah.
are. We're just a couple
This is all we
buddies
talk about
on
ever.
buddies. Yeah, it really is. Before we get on that, are there any movies that you watch that you want to speak out about?
Well, I watched Train Dreams last night.
Yeah, don't speak too much on this because I'm dying to see it. I've heard great
Yeah,
things.
I don't want to. It's one of those movies you don't want to oversell, overhype,
Yeah,
because it is a very
I've heard good
small
things.
movie. Yeah, so it's definitely worth seeing. I don't think I've ever seen a movie quite like it, even though it's a little reminiscent of like Malik or Jarmusch
Yeah.
or whatever. But the one I wanted to kind of talk about, I saw Running Man,
Oh yeah,
the new one. Yeah, did you see that?
I have not, but you can. I don't really care to, so go for it.
Well, I thought that was one of the first movies I've come out of the theater with that actually I had a lot to say, but I didn't want to say it to go too nerd out with Megan. So I was like, I'll wait for Buddies on Buddies for that one. Edgar Wright directed it, who I'm a fan of, but when he announced that he was doing the Running Man remake, I was like, that's an odd one to do, and with Glenn Powell, who I like, okay, I guess,
But it's kind of. I was excited about that
Mhm.
this project. Edgar Wright, Running Man, Glenn Powell. Let's see what we
Well,
got.
it sounds like definitely. Oh, we'll have to see this,
Mhm.
But he said, well, I want to do a more faithful adaptation of the book, which sort of made sense since the original movie, it's all sound stages. They're running in. It's not just out in the open like the
Yeah.
book is. That made sense. But have you read The Running Man by Richard Bachman?
No.
Well, can I spoil the ending of the book at least?
Yes.
Okay, the book is he hijacks a plane and flies it into the building where the TV people are and kills everybody.
Oh, so he pulls a 9/11 and kills himself.
Pulls a 9/11. So I was like, are they going to do that? Like, if it's a more faithful adaptation? So I was just kind of like waiting for that, and that was kind of fumbled, and I felt like one of those where they shot like 6 different endings and they just kind of had to go with one. So I was actually kind of disappointed in the rain, but also I think that with the Conan the Barbarian with Jason Momoa and Total Recall with Colin Farrell, it might not just be a good idea to remake these Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, even the mid-tier classics.
Just a lot of those 80s action movies. Look at RoboCop. It's not just Arnold Schwarzenegger. It just if you're
Yeah.
gonna do it, put a really unique spin on it. And to the Edgar Wright doing Running Man, when I saw the trailer, I was like, this is way too grounded. I want Edgar Wright doing the crazy gladiator type guys, the show, not the
Yeah.
actual gladiators. Like in this crazy world and arena, he's just on the street running around. Like that's not nearly as interesting to me.
Well, yeah, it's almost at times I'm like, did he want to make a more mainstream Running Man movie, and why? So,
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry you were disappointed in that.
well, it's all right, but it's one of the ones I like saw. And I also think like with the Stephen King, Richard Bachman stuff, I've read a few of the Richard Bach books, and I like them. They're all right, but and he claims that he, did the Richard Bach books because he wanted to see after Carrie and Shining and Salem's Lot, he was just a bestseller every time, and he wanted to see if it was just his name that was selling or not. But I also think that he kind of knew the Bachman books aren't quite as up to his best stuff. So I think he did save like his better stuff for the
Of
King
course.
name.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. But he was still, I don't want to get in too much on King, but that's how much that motherfucking wrote. Like I
Yeah.
have these 4 or 5 novels that are okay, I guess. Let's
I'll
just put them
they'll
out
be
there.
Bachman's. Yeah. Well, the last thing I'll say about it is like it is crazy though. Like for 50 years straight, his books have been adapted into major motion pictures pretty frequently, like for 50 years.
Yeah. It's going to be hard to reach his prolific nature. So I want to talk about Chocolate, and a lot of people are watching it because Tarantino put it on his top 20 movies of whatever the fuck. I don't know why everybody lately is like Tarantino says something in a podcast and it's news.
Just goes nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird.
And you're talking about not the Johnny Depp Chocolat,
No, not Chocolat.
the Kung Fu movie Chocolate.
yeah, it's I don't even know if it's kung fu technically because it's Thai, whatever,
Okay.
martial arts movie, chocolate. I really at first I was like, I'm not enjoying this at all, but by the end I was like, that was fucking cool.
Okay.
The premise is really bad. It's a young woman with autism that makes her really good at watching martial arts movies and mirroring them in real life.
Hmm.
So it's like that autism gives you special powers.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
Oh,
one of those
yeah.
autism is a superpower, mutant
Yeah.
factor.
And I hate that. I hate it so much. But I still managed to like this movie. There's a lot of cool shit in it. And was it my top 20 of 20,000s or whatever the fuck? No, that's
Mhm.
dumb. That's just dumb to put it anywhere near your top 20 list.
Yeah.
And I think Tarantino's trying to be contrarian. I don't know. He's just trying to
Well, he just has like extreme
crazy
opinions
taste.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, I remember he put that it's like Three Musketeers in 3D as one of those 10 best movies of the year once. I was like, what? Like the Paul W.S. Anderson movie? Okay.
Well, he also puts, and with this, I kind of agree with the year 2006, the Lone Ranger movie.
Yeah.
It's
But we
top
like that
10.
movie.
But I like that. I remember I liked that movie and I tweeted that I actually like this movie. It's really good. And then
Yeah.
our mutual friend, Mike, you know who I'm talking about, said, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm like,
He probably didn't even see it, but well, not to get too like sidetracked Tarantino, but what do you think of the whole Paul Dano shit? Like he just said, like Paul Dano
he,
sucks. Everyone went nuts.
he's allowed to have his opinion. He's one of the best direct, he probably said something in a podcast, but the
Hmm.
people taking that ball and running with it, that's your fault. You could have just let it die there, you know?
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah, it's like it's kind of a rude thing to say, but he's not saying it to Paul Dano. He's saying it on some podcast.
like if I was Paul Dano, it'd be hard to take it personally, especially this. He is still a major motion picture
Yeah.
director, you know.
Yes.
And I think he does forget he's on a podcast where he's just talking to his buddy like we are. No one gives a shit if we say anything about anybody because we're nobody. But with Tarantino,
Right.
it's like, oh my god, he said what? But
Could you imagine if the shit we said was amplified in the press? Like,
I'd be flattered, but also I'd be like, why? What? Why? Like everybody. Well, I just remember though with Paul Dano that like the last couple of movies I've known you particularly said like Paul Dano like kind of ruins this movie with the Batman and that other one that was like Dumb Money that he was in. So I thought of you when I heard that. Like I've never really been a Paul Dano fan, but I'm not like anti Paul Dano, whatever.
no, I like Paul Dano and I think he's a very good actor, but I can totally see someone not liking him and having that
Yeah.
opinion on him. Like,
Yeah.
he's got a punchable face, like,
Well, of like the Jesse Eisenbergs and Michael Sarahs and shit, he's probably on the bottom tier of that for me, but whatever.
all right, let's get to Rush Hour 3.
Yes.
What our listeners have been clamoring for.
Oh yeah, big time. Well, we had a different movie pick, but we picked this movie kind of like the last, week kind of thing. Do you want to talk about why we switched?
Well, it was your idea
Yeah.
because you love Trump, and
Yeah.
Trump said he wants a new Rush Hour movie,
Hmm.
and you immediately texted me, "Hey, my boy wants a new Rush Hour movie. Maybe we do Rush Hour 3.
Hmm.
Our MAGA followers will love it." And I was like, "I guess."
Yeah.
I follow the money.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have any political affiliation when the coin's concerned. So yeah, and so we decided to do Rush Hour 3.
Well, it wasn't that he just like even said it in like a tweet or something. Like he actually called up the studios and they said like, "I want Rush Hour 4," and they announced that they were starting developing it. Like we're going to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Paramount, David Ellison, that's his name, right? Who owns Paramount. He's a big Trump boy and like gives him a lot of money and stuff. So Trump called and was like, I want this movie. Has there ever been a president that's done that before? Because
I don't think so.
I
So I want to
want
ask
to be
you,
president because I want some movies made. Like
well,
that's gonna make me get political.
I want a couple follow-up questions for you. Yeah. Well, first off, if you were president, what series would you demand they make a sequel to? And also, why do you think Trump did that?
The answer to your first question is, God, there are so many I'd have to think about it, but off the top of my head, the original Ninja Turtles live action movies with the same puppets do part 4.
Part 4? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because Turtles in Time kind of fucked it up. They can come back and they can get it right.
Oh yeah. That's when they jumped the shark with Turtles in Time, of course.
As far as why Trump did that, I don't know. He's
Okay.
how can you guess why he does anything? Maybe he
Well,
watched it
yeah.
like one day. He's like, I want another one of those. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I have two theories about why Trump
Oh wow,
did
you
that.
really so you sent me a question just so you can answer it. You've already
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
great, great.
What do you think I'm
Fun.
doing here? I'm here to listen to you? No, I'm here to listen to myself. Okay, I have two theories about it, and if you don't like these, send them right back. First one, the first one is, well, obviously he'd be like a fan of the movie, sure, but I also think that he might think that this will actually improve Chinese American relations.
Okay, I doubt it, but what's your next theory?
My next theory is much more likely, I think, is that Brett Ratner, the director of the Rush Hour movies, who was kind of canceled, during the whole Me Too
No,
thing.
not kind of. He was canceled.
Okay, he was canceled. Okay, well, coincidentally, he just finished, I think he was producing this documentary about
Yes.
Melania Trump, which I do not think is a hit piece, but a puff piece.
Yeah.
So, that's just strange that he just got done doing this, documentary about how great Melania is. And then all of a sudden his career gets turned around when the president, who happens to be married to that person he just did a documentary about, calls up the studio and says, I demand Rush Hour 4.
Yeah, that's 100% it. And good for them. Who was the woman, Natasha Kinsky or whatever from Species? Is that her name?
Natasha, yeah.
Hendricks?
No,
I
it's
don't know.
Natasha Henstridge or something.
Yeah,
Natasha
something like that.
Henstridge. Yeah.
Yeah, when she was 19, Brett Ratner forced her to give him a blowjob
Mm-hmm.
when she was a model, up and coming model actress. And that's one of, I don't know, 6 to 7 accounts that got Brett Ratner fired.
Mm-hmm.
Besides
Off the Wonder Woman series that he was producing, by the way.
yeah, yikes. And also saying derogatory terms when he was directing the Oscars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not a good guy, but you know what? He found his anyway. Off on to Rush Hour.
Sure. Oh, wow. Any more anecdotes?
No, I just think it's fun that this stuff's normalized finally.
Well, I don't know if it's normalized because he was canceled, but
No, back then it
bring it
wasn't.
back, bring it
Now
back.
we're good. We can do whatever we want.
Rush Hour 4, baby.
Let's
Amazing.
go. I give the studio whatever they want. I got the director in my pocket. Yeah, let's
Mm-hmm.
save some people.
Yeah.
Rush Hour 4, Rush Hour 4, it's going to bring a lot of jobs to the industry.
Hey, you know what? Yeah. Well, should we get into it? Okay. Yeah. What are your overall thoughts on
But
Rush
before
Hour
that, what
3?
is the plot of Rush Hour 3?
Well, it's
Or
the same
premise or
guys.
whatever.
Lee, I even forgot what the fuck Chris Tucker's
Carter.
character's name was. Carter, Lee and Carter. They're back in action again, and they have to go to Paris to stop some bad guys. That's basically it.
Yeah. And generally, just what do you think? Cream on the top of your coffee. What'd you think about it?
Well, at first I was like, oh, here we go again, and this shit's getting a little tired. But I actually kind of dug it. I think I enjoyed it as much as when we rewatched Rush Hour 2 like a year ago or so, whatever. Yeah, I had never seen it before. This is my first time watching it because it got kind of panned when it came out. So I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was, a fine Rush Hour film. I didn't have high expectations. So yeah, I kind of liked it. I don't know if I would say like, oh yeah, this is a good film. But
Yeah.
as far as funny action comedies go, yeah, I was entertained. How about you?
I think that if I don't understand why it was panned so hard because it is a Rush Hour movie. If you're going
Yeah.
to a movie to watch a Rush Hour movie, congratulations, you got one, and it does everything you want out of a Rush Hour. It's like going to a Sesame Street movie and going, "That sucked." It was a Sesame Street movie. It's like, then why are you going to see
Wait
Sesame
here.
Street? Yeah.
Why'd you buy a ticket? Yeah.
So
Uh,
yeah, as far
yeah.
as a Rush Hour movie, it's up there. It's probably the third best Rush Hour movie,
Mhm.
but
Well,
it's a tight race because they're all just Rush Hour
That's
movies.
all about the same. Yeah. Well, the first one got like pretty decent reviews for those types of movies and then the second one got kind of mixed reviews, even though it was a box office smash. The third one got like kind of panned. So, but it wasn't like this. The quality just took a dive. It was just
No.
like this. It's the same shit.
The second one's the best one just because I remember it more. I remember it's more memorable, like the girl in the bomb in her mouth, being in Vegas
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a more memorable movie, but this is a Rush Hour movie, a pretty good one.
Yeah.
There were some good comedic set pieces. The nun translator when
You like that?
they're
Like that whole
yeah,
banter thing?
when they use a nun to translate as they're torturing a
Mhm.
guy, interrogating him for information.
Yeah,
It's a good set piece. Not that they knocked it out of the park, but it's a funny set piece to have this nun come in and
this movie did make me laugh a few times. I was surprised.
yeah. The when they have their fallouts, when they're like, "You're not my brother,"
Mhm.
blah blah blah, and it's completely forced and
Yeah,
manufactured. Then they go their separate ways, and then Jackie Chan's watching this African documentary and like missing him, and then he's watching Short Round.
yeah,
Like
that
missing,
whole thing that was cute. That was funny, but it was like so very stereotypical of both cultures. Like
very
that was
racist, but
yeah,
still
yeah.
very
But
funny.
that's full on Rush Hour humor
Yeah.
for it.
There was one great line that I laughed out loud at
Mhm.
when she's getting all sexy with him. She's like, "I have to go to the restroom real quick." He goes, "You need some matches?" I thought that was.
I had one just really stupid line I laughed at, which is when the giant steps on like Chris Tucker's hand or his foot. He goes, "My bunion." Very dumb, but I laughed.
My wife laughed at Chris Tucker in the wig at the end when he shows up and he's
Yeah, that was really strange for no reason. I thought that was funny.
uh, Jackie Chan showing up when he's singing, and then Jackie Chan's on the swing and he's
Mhm.
singing with the spotlight for no reason.
Well,
It's pretty funny.
first, but can I just say real fast? Chris Tucker singing, that is a gag they use. I think 4 or 5 times. He just breaks into song,
Yeah, and
and it's like
dances and stuff. Yeah.
well, he'll just start singing for no reason, and like that's okay. This is the gag. Like again,
I remember the last one. I think when he does the kung fu fighting one at the end, I was like,
uh,
"That's one too many trips to the well. This is annoying."
yeah, yeah, and
Yeah,
Star Spangled Banner and shit. He'll just start singing.
there are some horrible bits. The "Who's on first" bit when the guy's
Yeah,
in his view can't
I have
stand it.
that. I have that in my notes. I was like, they're still doing the fucking Abbott and Costello, fucking picking those bones. Like, wow.
It's maybe second tier to puns. Like I can't stand it. It's not funny. It's really annoying.
Hmm.
It's people who aren't funny trying to write comedy, in my opinion.
Would you rather see the who's on first bit or two guys trying to walk into a doorway at the same time?
The doorway.
Doorway, okay.
Oh yeah, 9 times out of 10. Look, who's on first is undeniably brilliant.
Is it?
But it was done then, yeah, when it first came out. But then
No.
everybody just apes it like crazy, and I'm sure it was aped from something. But it's been
Uh-huh.
done. Quit doing it. It's not funny. Your name's who? Who? You? No, I'm you. You? Who? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck
Are
up.
there people named who even back then?
Back then, I don't know. I'm talking about Rush Hour.
Well, I know, but like the whole premise was like who's on first, what's on second. So these guys have
No,
named who and what and shit.
no, of course not. I don't know's on third, right? No one's named I don't
I'm
know.
saying this brilliant piece of fucking comedy is flawed.
You're just you weren't around there and then I was. It's you don't get it.
Gotcha.
What else do I have here? Oh yeah, this is less comedy driven, but the second Von Serdum, whatever his name is, the actor
Oh,
Von.
Max von Sydow.
Yeah, second he's on screen, he's like he's the bad guy.
Yeah,
Like
he's basically playing the same role he did in Minority Report.
yeah,
Just to come in, give exposition, and then be revealed to be the bad guy.
and you're like you're too big of an actor to not be the main bad guy. And so when he
Mhm.
shows up, you're like that's the bad guy, and of course he is.
Mhm.
A lot of fun there. This checks a new one because there's homophobia, of course.
Mhm. Yeah,
There's objectifying women, tons of that. This
yeah,
movie's full of that. Racism, of course.
sure, sure.
And this goes into transphobia, which
Transphobia and what do they call people that are overweight? What kind of phobia is that?
I don't know. I think that's just healthy. People who are overweight need to be shamed. Yeah. No, yeah, fat phobia. I don't know, but yeah,
Well,
when
I just
when he's calling that woman a fat like pig, basically, I'm like
yeah,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, you get the fat one. Yeah. Well, but by the way, I don't know if that really lines up with stereotypical Asian black, guys as far as who prefers the larger white lady.
What are you trying to say exactly?
Well, what did I just say? What did I just say? What can you how can you pick apart that? Does that line up with stereotypical black and Asian guys? Who would prefer the larger white lady? Do you think?
I don't know what you mean.
Okay, play dumb. All right.
No, why don't you explain it to me like I am dumb, and then I'll understand.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
Okay, listen,
I don't know what you're
it's
trying to say.
stereotypical that black guys tend to like that would prefer the larger white lady, where Asian guys tend to not like the larger white ladies.
I didn't
I know you
know.
got to cut your pearls and
I
act
didn't
like you
know
don't know
that. I didn't.
don't know what I'm talking about, but okay.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, of course. Yeah, play dumb.
Okay. Yeah, when she says I have a thyroid disorder, he's like, quit eating thyroids. Not a funny joke. Yeah, that's it. And then there's one thing I want to touch on because this movie's already problematic for a lot of reasons. And
Is it?
then
I don't think so. In 2025 Trump world, I think it's right on fucking target.
who did they get to be a special guest star because they were in France?
Oh, you're talking about Polanski? Well, you know that Polanski and Ratner are like kindred spirits, right? Who do you think called who to like be in this movie?
I believe Roman Polanski called Ratner.
Yeah, I think they're all probably on speed dial with each other.
It's fucking funny. Roman
We
Polanski.
need, we need a little Polanski magic, you know.
Yeah, and this is before Ratner got canceled, of course. But he's like, I
Yeah.
want this rapist in my movie,
Mm-hmm.
and this rapist is like, I
Yeah.
want to be in this rapist
He
movie.
hasn't acted in any like movie like since like American movie since the '70s, but here I got to throw him in there. I got to put him in. He's my hero.
It's just boys having fun, you know.
Yeah, that's what they should have named these movies.
um, I did think in the climax Tucker needed a better opponent in the climax instead of just a bunch of faceless henchmen.
Well, and that woman, the weird Asian
Yeah, but that was like
assassin.
quick and like it wasn't. She disappeared and then shows up for 2 seconds to get killed. He should have
Yeah,
been fighting her the whole time instead of just a bunch of random henchmen.
yeah. Well, it was kind of like a really good match. I thought that actor though was kind of above as the villain playing Jackie Chan's brother. I
Oh,
think
he's great. Yeah,
he is a great actor. He's like in Shogun and stuff like
yeah.
that, but I don't think he was really used like much. Like he's kind of a very forgettable kind of part.
Well, I didn't know. Even then, he was more of a dramatic actor, though he's had. But he was trained and is a martial artist.
Mhm.
But every time he speaks lines, it's in Japanese when he's talking to Jackie Chan. I didn't know that
Well,
because
maybe his brother was raised in Japan and he was raised in
yeah,
China.
which is weird, but maybe it was also just to appeal to Japanese and Chinese audiences.
Yeah.
But
With Jackie Chan though, by the way, Jackie Chan has now just jumped in front of Will Smith as the most covered actor on this show with 6 episodes
but yeah,
devoted
I
to
counted five. What is the six? I got the three rush hours.
Rush Hours. Okay,
Um, the West one.
Shanghai Noon.
Did we do Shanghai Nights?
No,
Okay. God, I had the fifth one earlier. Why don't you go ahead and tell us the last
there
two?
is a Skip Trace
I
and
remember
Twin Dragon.
Twin Dragon. I don't. Oh yeah, that's when he's the same. He's the actor playing two different characters.
Yeah. Yeah, he and Will Smith were tied at 5, but now he jumps ahead. So congratulations, Jackie Chan. Also, though, you could definitely tell this one they weren't even, I think, really trying to do that. He does all his own stunts thing. It's clearly not him and a lot of stuff. He was getting a little older at this point
Yeah.
too, and I think he does one little kind of cool jump on these like cinder block thing, but that was about it.
He does a bunch of cool things. It's not like he's just taking time off. Like even in the post credit things, you're surprised. I'm always surprised by the shit that's actually real.
Right. I mean, he's doing it, but it wasn't like this time they weren't even pushing
Yeah.
that aspect. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
think.
like he's doing all his own stunts. Yeah. I will say there. I get why there's three of them, and there should be another one. Their chemistry is fucking dynamite. Like for
I think
some
it's one of the
reason, these
best
two are
buddies we
insane. Like
yeah, the best buddy chemistry, I think, for some reason, even though they weren't really friends, I suppose at the time they are now, apparently. But like, yeah, but these buddies are great.
yeah, I would probably rank them second behind Murtaugh and Riggs,
Hmm.
unless I can't think of someone who I'd put in that conversation.
Penguin Cash.
No, those guys just have chemistry.
Hickey and Boggs, Freebie and the Bean.
Freaky and the Bean, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, yeah.
What was the one where they're vice cops and they're just like busting gay people and people are sexually liberated? Was that in West
Oh,
LA?
that was Bustin.
Bustin', yeah. Those guys had a lot of chemistry.
Yeah, no, not Robert Blake and fucking Elliot Gould. That was such a weird movie, non-movie. Yeah.
The problem with this movie, ultimately, it is a Rush Hour movie. It's fine. You're going to be entertained, but there's
Mhm.
no resonance. There's no emotional weight. It's all just flip it, all surface level,
It's empty. It's empty calories. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's there's no like yeah.
And you don't need a lot. It doesn't need to be the color purple, but you need something, like, but they just don't care. No one cares. Let's just do this fucking movie. And
Well,
that's
I think
fine,
yeah,
but
it's fine. That's what they're going for. But no, there is no resonance. But yeah.
because I'm sure I've seen this movie before, but I can't remember anything from it other than the giant guy, but I'm pretty sure he was in the trailer, so I'm not sure if I've seen this movie.
Well, like I said, when it came out in 2007. We were, I think, roommates living in LA at the time and stuff. But we didn't see it. We watched a lot of stuff, like but we did. I don't think we bothered because it did get like panned when it came out. And yeah, Chris Tucker for like 14 years there was only in Rush Hour movies. Do one every. This came out like 6 years after the last one. So yeah.
I think that's all of my notes. What else do you have to say?
Is the World Criminal Court in LA? Is
Mhm.
that permanently in LA? Is there a
Oh
World
yeah.
Criminal Court?
Oh yeah.
What's
I
what's
ran
going
up
on?
against them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for what?
I was making people giggle too much.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And that's through the World Criminal Court for that.
Oh yeah, if you make the wrong person giggle at the wrong time,
Hmm.
mhm, for
I'll move
sure.
on. Let's see. Yeah, Polanski. We covered all this stuff. So when you do your notes first, I have to look at my notes, and then it's like, oh, we just like covered all this shit.
Well, good.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're done.
It doesn't matter. I wasn't recording anyway.
All right.
How would you rate this movie? Well, you don't. You only do one rating,
Yeah.
so you don't. I categorize my ratings as a buddy action comedy and
Mhm.
as a movie. You just
Mhm.
do the one. And how would you rate this movie?
I give it like 3 out of 5. I think it nailed, what it was trying to do. I liked it probably as much as Rush Hour 2. We watched that one. I wasn't expecting much. Very much a Rush Hour movie. You know, yeah, I was entertained. Is it like who I recommended to people? Like, oh man, you gotta see Rush Hour 3. Probably not.
Were you okay with the we're look, I think I understand why this underwhelmed a little at the box office because it only made like 250 worldwide on a
Yeah.
$150 budget. It's because it took
Yeah.
place in Paris. It's not like
Think so?
yeah, because I don't think that's like ooh wow, the Rush Hour guys are in Paris. Got to check this
Yay,
out.
Paris. Ooh.
Yeah, wow. Can't wait to see this culture clash.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's just not that interesting. Not enough of a hook. And then they do their climax on the Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower. I knew. I was like,
Ah.
what? Yeah. Well, that's kind of a cliche. Like every time someone's in France in a movie or in Paris, they just like cut to them talking. There's a Eiffel Tower outside their window and shit. So I was like, well, of course it'd be fucking in. The clouds would be on the top of the Eiffel Tower. It makes probably no fucking sense for people that live there.
I love the writers' meeting. They spend a whole weekend locked in a fucking room. Like, where are we going to have the climax? And then, like, a weekend later, they come out the door.
Got it.
The Eiffel Tower. Oh,
Perfect. Of course, we're in Paris. How can we not do the Eiffel Tower?
isn't the Louvre in Paris?
What's the Louvre?
Louvre,
Yeah, what's that?
the pyramid museum thing.
Yeah. How would
That's
you
the one.
rate Rush Hour 3?
Sorry, yeah. First of all, I want to say one more thing about the Louvre.
Mm-hmm.
The end of what is it called? The Tom Cruise one, Die, Live, Repeat, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, Better Off Tomorrow. What is it called? Edge of Tomorrow.
And Edge of Tomorrow, yeah. The climax is underneath the Louvre. I think that's so
I
dumb.
don't even remember. I don't remember even that the ending in the Louvre. No, I remember it just kind of being like a video game, but that's
This
about
big
it.
alien race is like, oh, we have to have a set piece under a fucking. Anyway, how I would rate this as
Mhm.
a buddy action comedy, I would give it 3.5. They're buddies. There's good
Yeah,
action. There's
yeah,
decent comedy.
funny bits. Yeah,
Yeah. As a movie, 3. It's a Rush Hour movie. They succeeded.
yeah.
What more could you want? It's
Are
not
you?
boring.
Yeah. Are you excited for Rush Hour 4?
Excited's a big word. I am going to see it for sure. Like
Oh,
I'm,
we have to.
well,
Yeah,
even beyond like I know I'm obligated to the show, so I have to see
yeah.
it. But even beyond that, I would still see the movie. I want to see it.
Check. Well, why not? Yeah, a slow
Yeah,
night. Yeah, yeah, of course.
I'm not going to go to the theaters on opening night. Like, ooh, Rush Hour 4. So yeah, of course I'm going to see it. I don't even know if it's going to get made because apparently Paramount may not even have the rights to it, like completely.
Well, I was wondering who, because like New Line Cinema had the rights, but then New Line Cinema fell apart kind of right before this one came out. So I'm not even. I usually say who the studio was behind it, but I can't remember if it was New Line or Warner Brothers that acquired New Line. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard it's murkier than they thought it was. So we'll see. And
Yeah.
Paramount's like, we're going to make it. And they're like, I don't think you have all the rights.
Well,
We'll see.
studios will announce things like sequels to franchises all the time, and you don't know how far along they are. Is this really going to happen or not? I mean, like the Alien franchise, it seems like they get announced like every year or something. Like this director's doing it, this director's doing it, and then a lot of times it doesn't. Nothing happens.
This is also the first Rush Hour with Chris Tucker's name was first billed over Jackie Chan.
Yeah, it
So
was
even though
surprising.
these were the only ones he was doing, his star was rising, whereas Jackie Chan's was lowering a little bit.
Right. Yeah. I remember that's like interview he did at the time and stuff like, so are you only doing Rush Hour movies? And he was like, well, yeah, I got paid $20 million for the last one. I got 20 million for this one. I only have to work once every 6 years. Like, fuck it. Like not really into like the craft. Just like, I'm going to make it, get me out of here.
And so we were talking about what is the next movie we're going to do. This is one you were excited about. The
Mhm.
next one we're going to do. So in a way, you get to pick these next two, or this one and our next one. So maybe I get to pick the next two. But anyway, what are we doing next?
Well, I thought about, I had a night movie idea and stuff like that, but I'm kind of actually digging this whole like, because we're doing it once a month. We like, because we just pick one. Because the last couple of times we've picked one, and then the last like week or so before we're going to do a new episode, something comes on. We're like, oh, we got to fucking do that, or oh, we got to do this.
We're
So I think we
fluid.
should.
Yeah,
What's
we're
that?
cool. We're fluid. We're cool.
Yeah, so I think we should maybe just I think we should pick the date so what we're going to do the show, and then we'll just like, hey, oh, what are we doing this week? Okay, fine. Because at this point, there's nothing like, oh, I'm dying to cover this. I mean.
Okay, well, can you just tell them what we're planning to do, even if we change our mind later? Jesus.
Okay, at some point, I want to do another 48 hours, but we'll see.
The great sequel to 48 Hours,
Yeah,
which I'm more familiar with than most movies we do here. Not most,
yeah,
some, but I haven't seen it in many years. I'm looking forward to that. Before
yeah.
we move on, we should talk about,
Mm-hmm,
because we're out of time here.
mm-hmm.
Don't worry, this isn't a trap. I honestly want your opinion.
Gotcha questions. Sure,
I
bring it.
know. Look, I quit doing that months ago, and you still hold it over my head. I was
Months
young. I
ago,
didn't, I didn't know what I was
it
doing.
was like the
Okay.
61st episode. All right, sorry, go ahead.
Netflix is apparently first in line to purchase. Apparently, they are going to be able to purchase Paramount. Or no,
Paramount,
Warner Brothers. What do
they
you
just,
think about that?
I think they
Warner
just
Brothers.
did. Didn't they already like sign the deal?
No, it's got to go through like 18 months of regulatory examination and shit like that.
Well, I mean, like, what the question is like, how do what I think about that or something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Netflix
Well, I
purchasing
mean,
a major movie studio.
Disney bought 20th Century